New York City, the big doors. How excited. Are you for this front court matchup we have in front of us tonight? Two of the best in the game.
BA, I've had this one circled on my calendar for some time. The front court matchup is absolutely special. Two big-time guys.
And now the opening lineup for Honolulu. We've got Jason Tatum, Maxey out there with Jeff Teague. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Bird in at the 3 slot. Now here's Porter, pass to Rondo. Here's Mutombo. Here's Hayes. No good on the fadeaway. Tatum finds Teague. Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Pass to Mullen. Into the lane. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Tatum passes to Maxey. Here's Bird. He's guarded by Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bird. Mutombo with the rebound. The Knicks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Rondo. Here's Mullen. Now here's Hayes. 4-3. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Teague. Pass to Bird. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And this gives us a chance to check in on the season's best three-point shooting teams.
Having the shooters they have, the best three-point shooting team in the league, it opens up the whole court by stretching the defense out.
For New York, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. He immediately brought up Jason Tatum, the incredible all-star forward, saying, quote, Tatum is an NBA champion for a reason. He leads his team. JT does it all at 6'8". Great passing it, defending, and obviously scoring too. We'll see how they plan to contain Jason tonight. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Rondo, following that last three-pointer by Honolulu. Pass to Mullen. Fires for 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Maxey. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Honolulu move the ball around. Fires it. And it's Teague missing. New York leading by 3. Here's Rondo. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Pass to Tatum. Maxey feeling it out a bit. Here's Bird. He's guarded by Porter. From 17. And it's Bird missing. The Knicks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Mullen. Corner shot. Claxton with a rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Off target from outside. New York has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Mullen pass to Rondo. Pass to Hayes. Here's Mutombo. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Now a timeout called by Honolulu. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Ends up going with a whole new group. So a moment now to see the story for Jason Tatum. The Breeze trailing. McCollum looks around. White with a screen on Powell. Now McCollum. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. And when it comes to adding sizzle to the steak, just watch LaMelo Ball, Doris.
I love that, B.A. Certainly, entertainment is a big aspect of this young man's game. The fancy dribbling, the no-look passes, the range on his three-point shooting. He alone can be worth the price of a ticket.
Knicks leading by 5. Smith passes to Powell. Picked by Smith. No good on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New York. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Now a timeout called by Honolulu. 1:56 left in the opening quarter. On target from range.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Down low. Here's Allen. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Brook Lopez.
Jared Allen knows who he is, guys. Rim runner, rim protector, and excellent rebounder.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Allen. A significant amount of games behind us now. Rookies are definitely starting to feel it, Doris.
I mean, at this point, it's been almost twice the amount of games they played during a college season. Very hard to prepare rookies for that first run through an NBA schedule.
So both free throws good from Allen.
Boy, in the era of stretch bigs, guys that can go out to the three-point line and absolutely make shots, I love Jared Allen. He is an old-school center, folks.
Now here's Lopez. Yet to see a basket. White, good.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
On the wing, DeRozan. There's a minute 17 left in the opening quarter. They get it back. Smith outside. From outside, off the mark.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
McCollum on the wing. Pass to White. Now Lopez. 6 to shoot. Honolulu moving the ball around. Powell with a steal. In transition. Here they come. Smith finds ball. Back to Smith. And here's ball. Now Powell. McCollum defends. Here's ball. Rebound by Honolulu.
Great defense. Can't let guys get open looks inside the arc.
And there's White. That's good on the assist by McCollum. Now just a 1-point Knick lead.
Derek White fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Here's DeRozan. Uneasy, too, on the layup. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
McCollum right side. Shoots over Powell. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. New York out in front, up 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
And so in the game for the Breeze, Tyrese Maxey is out there with Jeff Teague. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Manning in at center. Now here's Rondo. No points yet. Pass to Mullen. Three-pointer. Rebound by Honolulu. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Bird passes to Teague. Here's Bird. Beyond the arc. And Honolulu, another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
ABA, Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it." Back over to you, Brian.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, appreciate the report. And Honolulu has possession. The Knicks making their last shot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Manning passes to Teague. Here's Tatum. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, he will kick himself for that one. That was a tremendous opportunity.
DeRozan with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Wow, that vertical is unbelievable. DeRozan pulls off the jam. Those poor defenders.
Now here's Maxey. His last outing, he had 20. Pass to Bird. Shot clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Allen. Knicks leading by 4. DeRozan outside. To the paint. Here's Hayes. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Hayes has got 5 now.
Well, effective passing from your wing players makes for a well-rounded offense. And DeMar DeRozan keeping everyone involved. I love it.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And Honolulu making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Rondo with it. Claxton picks him up. Pass to Mullen. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance. Mullen's got 6 in the quarter.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Now a timeout called by Honolulu. Well, Grant, we know teams are humming triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Leaderboard, the teams that have stonewalled offenses over the last month. In the 3rd spot, the Knicks.
You know, they're pressuring the ball more, challenging every single shot. Their defense has been playing at a really high level.
Here's T. Still without a bucket. Outside Maxey. Clock at 6. To win the drought. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Mutombo has got 4 rebounds now. Mullen, pass to Rondo. Here's Mullen. Can't extend the lead to double digits. Honolulu has gone 5 of 8 from outside the 3-point line on this one. Pass to Teague. And Honolulu making a change here. Lewis is checked in.
New York ball. Checking in for the away team.
New York leading by 9. Rondo with it. High arcing shot, and he takes it up and lays it in. Rondo, he's got his first points of the game.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Outside Maxey, the 3. Mutombo with the rebound. Mutombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Order a screen. Pass to Mullen. Shoots over Maxey. Mullen can't get it to go.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Here's Lewis. Check by Rondo. Here's Maxey. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Such a flashy player. The ball control Maxey has is really impressive.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Keep it up for
Outside Porter. New York working the ball around now. Back to Hayes. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Hayes has got 7 points.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Claxton a screen on Powell to the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Ball against White. Ball outside. 5 on the clock. Rejected by Lopez.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
For Honolulu, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to McCollum. And here's Claxton, covered by Smith. Now here's White. For 3. Smith with the rebound. Knicks leading by 9. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, PA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
And Honolulu has possession after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And a chance now to look at the upcoming schedule for Honolulu. On Friday, the New Orleans Pelicans come to town.
And you know, for that matchup with the Warriors, it's going to be a good challenge for them. Even though they expect to win, it could probably go either way, depending on how well they play.
The first one falls.
Well, Brook Lopez, such a versatile scorer. He's got great low post moves. He can also step away and face up and make jump shots. Very difficult bind for the defenders.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Hayes. And DeRozan is subbed in for Michael Porter. Second free throw, no good.
You know, Brook Lopez has consistently evolved as a player, adding layer after layer to his game and making himself a threat on both ends. That's That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside White. McCollum outside. The three is up. And White, the bucket on the assist by McCollum. White's gotten his third basket of the night.
Derek White is a legit three-point threat. I don't care where on the floor he is. You better contest.
And he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
The officials were right on top of that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
At the line, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Now, DeMar DeRozan remains a remarkable offensive talent. He has now crossed that remarkable 20,000 career point club.
DeRozan hits them both.
Now, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
And White has got the ball here for Honolulu. Down by 12. McCollum finds Lopez. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McCollum against Powell. Here's Lopez. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
The three from DeRozan. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the New York Knicks earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to second court. And get ready for the man half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You know, for Honolulu, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the New York Knicks.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, you have to like what we're seeing from DeMar DeRozan.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
New York leading by 10. We've got Rajon Rondo, Michael Porter out there with Hayes, and it's Mutombo in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. They get the rebound, and he dunks it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Bird. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Honolulu shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
Now here's Rondo. And the layup is good. Rondo, he's got his 2nd basket on the night.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Claxton. And here is Maxey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 7 points for Tyrese Maxey.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Porter with a screen on T. Here's Mullen. Puts up a 3. The shot off that time.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And it's Bird missing. New York leading by 10. Left side, Rondo. Pass to Mullen. Fires the 3. Here's Mutombo. Rejected by Claxton.
Love rim protection from Nick Claxton. That is a big-time block.
The Breeze have gone just 1 of 3 in the 2nd half. Maxey passes to T. Back to Maxey. 6 to shoot. Screen by Claxton. And it's Maxey missing. And it's Porter with the ball for New York. Outside, Rondo. Porter a screen. Pass to Mullen. Takes a 3. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo. He's got 4 assists in the game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Maxey passes to Claxton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, you love to see that. That's where Nick Claxton carving space and drawing contact. That's big time.
Honolulu shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Now a timeout called by Honolulu. In terms of assist numbers, these are the players that have stood out over the past month. And you take a look at Teague. Boy, you'd love to have this guy on your team. What a passer. And, of course, Rajon Rondo, he's right in the conversation. He's one of the best at keeping everyone involved.
Both guys are incredibly unselfish and make their teammates better. What more can you ask for?
And he knocks down the first one.
Nick Claxton, to me, guys, one of those great energy guys. You know what you can expect from him night after night. Incredible effort defensively, shot blocking, and a vertical threat at the rim on the offensive end.
And both free throws good for Claxton. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
Pass to Porter. Now here's Hayes. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Tatum. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Crafty move. Rips it home off a terrific move. Oh, no. He may have gotten injured right there. Man, he's in a lot of pain.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
The Knicks making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Now here's Rondo. Checked by T. Rondo passes to Mullen. Good, and it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo, he's got his 5th assist in this one. Outside Tatum. Pass to Maxey. Here's Bird. He's guarded by Porter. Launches it from deep. And it's Bird missing.
Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
Outside, Rondo. Pass to Mullen. Shoots over Tatum. Mullen can't get it to go.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
And here's T. He's scoreless. Here's Maxey. To the inside. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Only 5 games left to go. And then it's playoff time. Let's check in on the East. You take a look at New York. The season is winding down. They sit 9th on the outside looking in currently. And, of course, there's Honolulu. They're just 1 rung below them.
Well, I think for Honolulu, they came into this season hoping to take a big leap forward. But so far, it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Maxey. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Maxi's got 11.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Allen a screen. Inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, I think when DeRozan's involved, and obviously the pick and roll is almost always successful. He's got a great sense and knack to be successful in there.
There's Tatum with the three. The Knicks pull it in.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. A lot of conversation in the NBA about expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver said there are clearly markets out there that are very interested and will run through a process. I'm looking forward to it. There's an enormous amount of interest out there. It's on the league to look at it holistically. Brian?
All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Well, Doris, when you look at the skill set Jason Tatum possesses, what specifically makes him such an elite player?
Well, if you're elite, it means you have a multi-dimensional game, and that's Jason Tatum to a T. He came in with a scoring mindset. His playmaking skills have advanced every single season. He also absorbs an enormous weight on the defensive end. This guy is elite for a reason, and it's because it's a well-rounded game.
First team foul.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Lopez is checked in for Jason Tatum. McCollum comes in for Tyrese Maxey. And it's White in for T. New York leading by 18. And it's time for an injury report.
I was able to catch up with New York's head athletic trainer. He said there's a bit of weakness in the wrist area, but so far no sign of any broken bones. A return tonight is no longer in the cards. The question now is this a multi-game injury? Something that's yet to be determined. Gus?
Well, we appreciate it, Allie.
Well, and that's huge. Obviously, things not bad enough that it's going to be a long-term absence. His return to the floor we expect sooner rather than later. That's huge for this group.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
That one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Pass to Hayes. And here's Ball. The 3. It's hauled in by White. .40 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Lewis. Here's Manning. Deflected.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Back to DeRozan. Powell outside. ball, looks over the floor. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ball's got 5 now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And so it's New York, feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Honolulu, we've got Maxey, also Derek White out there, and it's Bird in at the 3.
Boy, you love seeing Brook Lopez get involved. He expertly exploits the defense in these pick-and-roll sets.
Pass the ball. Nice move. And the layup is good.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
White with it, picked up by Powell. White, the pass to Bird. Maxey on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Here's Hayes, and finished off by Hayes.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here's Bird. And it's New York with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And finished off by Hayes.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Now here's Lopez. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And it's 7 points for Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
And Ball gets it to go.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
Here's Bird. Lopez, the screen. There's the 3. It doesn't go for him.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
And finished off by Hayes.
We understand he's the leader of this offense. They look to get him the ball every chance they get.
And White has got the ball here for Honolulu. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. look for Honolulu. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Lopez. Jason Tatum comes in for Lewis. And Teague subbed in for Derek White. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Mullen. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less, Grant.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases you're talking legacy. You know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Now here's Teague. Now Maxey from deep. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Bargnani can't hit. Honolulu has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Teague, the pass to Maxey. They set the screen. With the crossover. And it's New York with a rebound. Hayes has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Rondo. Here's Bargnani. And stolen by Claxton. To the middle. Here's Maxey. Tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Breeze will retain possession. Shumche, he's checked in for New York. Outside Maxey. Kick out to Teague. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Rondo. And it's Teague missing. New York leading by 17. Outside. Rondo. Pass to Mullen. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Breeze have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Mullen. Mullen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside. Rondo. Porter outside. And it's Hayes. That time on the assist by Porter. Hayes has got 10 points here in the second half. Now Teague. Outside Tatum. Over Hayes. Again, the miss by Honolulu.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Outside. Rondo. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 21.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Now a timeout called by Honolulu. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
Chance to check out our player of the game.
And what an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans. And it motivates him to always give them his very best. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
Such a risky pass. Hopefully he thinks twice about attempting that again.
Jared Allen, he's checked in for Clinton.
Jared Allen.
Knicks leading by 21. Outside, Rondo. Pass to Mullen. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, B.A.? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Knicks.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year. Now here's Maxey. Pass to Bird. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Maxey. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 22 was their biggest lead. Outside, Rondo. Now here's Hayes. Pounded by Tatum. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Tatum.
First team foul. Elvin Hayes. At the line, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Honolulu has possession. Here's Tatum. There's the block. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Powell. Tatum against DeRozan. Good.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Yeah, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.
Coming right up, the Nets taking GA if you're a team. That's serious about playoff seeding. You're viewing this as the home stretch, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't want to wait until the very end of the year to make your move. This is when you stop experimenting. Just go with the things that you know you do well.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Jaren Jackson. Thompson is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then it's Robinson, and it's Parrish in its center. Now here's Thompson. Mari Stoudemire missing his last shot. Lets the three fly. Jackson misses. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's DeBusschere. With the fadeaway. And that one's good by Abdul-Jabbar.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all three levels.
Now here's Barnes. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And it's Parrish missing.
Not how they were looking to start the game. They've come up empty on their first three tries.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here is DeBusschere. Shoots over Parrish. The shot's good from DeBusschere.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Here's Alexander Walker. Stoudemire finds Alexander Walker. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Sinks that one from the post.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Now here's Parrish. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Barnes can't get it to go.
That's a tough start for them offensively. Now just 1 for 5 from the field. They've got to find their groove.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with their treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
No good on the free throw.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Good on the second free throw. You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
And when Scotty Barnes is making threes, it opens up their offense.
Here's Alexander Walker. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Mavericks leading by 5. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper-aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. And you look at Abdul-Jabbar, second in the league, having an excellent season.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Down low. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Now, Barnes really gets off the ground. He is just an effortless athlete.
Inside. The putback. Up again. And staying with the play, Abdul-Jabbar.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
13 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front eye. Mavericks leading by 7. Stoudemire outside. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. 5 to shoot. Over Jackson. And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go. Abdul-Jabbar's got 9 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thompson outside, puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Abdul-Jabbar's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
No problems knocking that one down.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. 4 for the Mavericks. Hardaway against Stockton. Wagner on the wing. Divac sets a screen. Sabonis with the steal. Now here is Stojakovic, covered by Achua. Sabonis sets the pick for Hardaway. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 6. Stockton kicks to Wagner. Wallace with the screen on Hardaway. Back to Stockton. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Brooklyn with the rebound. And this matchup with the Mavericks is the first meeting of the season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
And so Stockton will bring it up for Dallas. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Well, they just never looked comfortable out there, and part of that is the defense they were facing.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Kevin?
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Hands it from downtown. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
While Wagner certainly has that range, Franz is working on becoming more efficient from out there.
To the inside, Sabonis uses the glass to finish the layup. Sabonis has got his second basket of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Achua kicks to Stockton. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Stojakovic's screen on Stockton. A fadeaway. Pass to Goodrich. Sabonis' screen on Wallace. Here's Goodrich. And the 3 off target. Now, here's Wagner. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And so it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making things happen for the Mavericks. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
And so far, they've been getting it done down in the post, outsmarting and outworking the defense to get their baskets.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
With Divac sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's DeBusschere in at the 3 spot. When you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Now here's Hardaway. Still scoreless. Pass to Parrish. 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Robinson misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Alexander Walker passes to Stoudemire. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Hardaway. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Jackson is checked in for Brooklyn. Klay Thompson comes in for Goodrich.
Klay Thompson.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Thompson outside. And again, it's the Nets missing. Dallas leading by 10. Stoudemire outside. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Nice form on that hook shot there.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot clock leaders. Jaren Jackson third.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Pass to Robinson. Nobody near Barnes. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Barnes.
Short corner, but not an easy corner. Barnes knocking that one down.
And so here is Dallas. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
Here's Jackson after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored. Jackson setting the pick here for Thompson. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Alexander Walker on the wing. Covered by Barnes. Clock at 6. To Busher. Passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots over Parrish. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Thompson. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to DeBusschere. Hook shot on the way. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Abdul-Jabbar's got 15. Barnes, bounce pass. Here's Thompson. He's got 6. Here's Robinson. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from DeBusschere. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Barnes. Back to Alexander Walker. Stoudemire with a screen on Robinson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Rebounded by the Nets.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now, here is DeBusschere. To the paint. No good from Abdul-Jabbar.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Teams making substitutions here.
Let's hear it. Give it up for yourself. Substitution on the court.
Mavericks leading by 8. Wallace outside. Back to Stockton. 16 feet away. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Stockton's got 5 points so far.
And when Stockton gets a look from there, it is more often than not going in.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And here is Barnes. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Jacks up a 3. Barnes can't get it to go.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Stockton kicks to Wallace. There's a screen by Achua. Wallace left side. There's Wagner with the 3. Bangs on the trifecta. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
And because of that versatility, Wagner with so many options offensively.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Barnes.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Now here's defense. To the middle. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Barnes passes to Thompson. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Achua kicks to Stockton. Pass to Wallace. Here's Divac. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Sabonis. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stojakovic, the pass to Barnes. Thompson outside. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Wagner outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hey, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot. Hey, give it up for the contestant.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Brooklyn Nets.
When you're ice cold from three-point land, it's definitely time to change things up.
What do you know about being ice cold from three-point land? I don't know. It's part of their DNA. But at this point, they need to see the ball go through the net. And now, fellas, it's time to go to one of our favorite segments. It's the Power Rankings.
When I look at the Nets, what you see is what you get. And we aren't seeing much from them.
Yeah, they've got some nice pieces on their roster, but the lack of firepower to make any real noise, at least this year, it seems.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Really an incredible game from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Nets trail by 8. Setting the floor for the Nets. Klay Thompson is out there with Barnes. Then it's Parrish. And there's Jackson. And it's Robinson in at the small forward.
And I love seeing him use his athleticism to get to the rim. Barnes really showing you one of his strengths.
And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Here's Alexander Walker. Stoudemire, the pass to Alexander Walker. Stoudemire with a screen on Barnes. 4 on the clock.
Well, they tried to punch the ball inside right there, but the window closed quickly. That's great defense.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
Pass to the Bush. To the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Barnes passes to Robinson. Barnes sets a screen for Robinson. From the arc. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside Robinson to the inside. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Barnes.
Man, has Barnes been great here offensively. He has come out blazing.
Alexander Walker finds Abdul-Jabbar. Shoots over Parrish. The rebound by the Nets.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Robinson misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Jumps up. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Yeah, that's Barnes right there with the defense triggering that break off the live ball turnover.
Pass to the Bush. Now Abdul-Jabbar, guarded by Robinson. Fades and shoots. And it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist by DeBusschere.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Goodrich is checked in for Thompson. Hardaway is subbed in for Scotty Barnes. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Hardaway. Stolen by Parrish. Robinson for 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stoudemire with a screen on Hardaway. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That make brings him to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for Dallas, Amari Stoudemire. 1 shot.
Nets trail by 5. Outside Hardaway. Screen by Parrish. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Parrish has got his second bucket of the game to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. checked in for the Mavericks. McGinnis, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Alexander Walker passes to Abdul-Jabbar.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Robinson. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, even the best players go through a little bit of a slump. We've seen how good he can be, so I have full confidence he's going to turn this around.
The first one falls. John Stockton. He's checked in for Trey Murphy. And then for Brooklyn, Sabonis comes in for Parrish. And it's Peja Stojakovic in for Robinson. So he gets them both. Nets trail by 5. Hardaway with it. Still yet to score. On the wing, Stojakovic. He's covered by DeBusschere. And it's Stojakovic missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Stockton finds Abdul-Jabbar. Over Sabonis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Goodrich dishes to Hardaway. Pass to Stojakovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Can't hit from the elbow. Dallas leading by 5. Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Abdul-Jabbar, another shot. Abdul-Jabbar is so skilled inside.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Outside Stojakovic from beyond the arc, and then some. Stojakovic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about that quick fire release from Stojakovic? Just a tremendous shooter that he has to get up on him, even as the pass is coming his way.
Now, here's Stockton. He's got 5. Hardaway against Stockton. And McGinnis throws it down.
And with the height to see over people and the peripheral vision to do it quickly, Penny with the perfect setup.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Achua comes in for DeBusschere. And it's Cason Wallace in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Goodrich. The Mavericks leading. Wallace outside. 1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. They get the rebound. Pass to Wagner. 6 to shoot. Divac, a screen on Stojakovic. Sabonis with the steal. On the wing, Thompson. Now Hardaway. They double him with Stockton. Sabonis kicks to Stojakovic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Stojakovic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
He's off on the first. On the Mavericks with some changes. Trey Murphy comes in for Wagner. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Stockton. Robinson's checked in for Brooklyn. Barnes comes in for Hardaway. He doesn't get the second one. Brooklyn with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. On the wing, Barnes. 14 points for him. Pass to Sabonis. Now, here's Thompson. All is covering. Just 4 to shoot. Robinson left side. Shoots from the elbow. Mavericks with the rebound.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. But dunked by Achua.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Barnes outside. McGinnis with the screen on Wallace. Outside, Robinson. Offline with his 3. And so it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making things happen for Dallas. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, he made the right play. It didn't have to be a highlight reel play, and that's all you can ask from any position.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Stockton on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. DeBusschere is out there with Stoudemire. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Kareem.
Yeah, Barnes being very aggressive right now, keeping up the pressure on that defense.
Alexander-Walker passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries the hook, and he nails that one right through the net. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 points in just the second half.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
Now here's Barnes, down low. For the 3. Rebound by Alexander-Walker.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 1-point game. That one goes in.
And Barnes is starting to look so confident on these mid-range Jays. It looks like he thinks he can score from there anytime he wants.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar.
First team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Abdul-Jabbar. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Barnes, bounce pass. Thompson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Abdul-Jabbar's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Second team foul.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Stoudemire, right side. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And the Heat not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. Nets trail by 3. Now Barnes. Thompson for 3. They grab their own miss. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Thompson. To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yet the power of the two-man game after all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. A shot, no good. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Alexander Walker. Stoudemire against Parrish. The shot's good from Stoudemire. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That was a textbook jam by Abdul-Jabbar.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And they've got a lot of momentum right now, trying to close this thing out.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the dunk by Barnes.
This kid has pops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
To the inside. The rebound by the Nets. Parrish has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Barnes kicks to Robinson. Thompson from long range. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Pass to the Bush. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Defended by Parrish. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Barnes finds Thompson. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
It's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 7-point differential. A putback. He parachutes in for the putback.
And Parrish is an active big man, someone that uses his size and length well on the offensive glass.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. The Nets making a switch here. McGinnis has checked in. Here's Alexander Walker. Stoudemire left side. Fires the three. And here's DeBusschere. Another chance, and that's in there. Excellent awareness.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Checked in for McGinnis.
Now the 4 for Brooklyn. Number 20, Jared Jackson Jr.
Now here is Robinson. Now Thompson shoots the three. The shot is off.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Abdul-Jabbar, pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Unstoppable tonight, as he is most nights. Jabbar has all the offensive tools, but it also keeps to a strict fitness regimen that allows him to wear people down.
Another chance here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First team foul. Robert Parrish. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. No luck that time either. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Goes back up. Extra effort from Abdul-Jabbar.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Dallas.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And here's Brooklyn. They trail by 11. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a 3. It's good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Paolo Banchero is out there with Thompson. Then it's Dwight Howard. And it's Iverson in a two-guard. Thompson, that's good.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. The talented Paolo Banchero came up early in the conversation, and he told me Paolo is basically a 6'10" point forward. That presents matchup issues. We'll have to put our best wing defender on him, and even he will need some help. Banchero has incredible skills for his size. That is what makes him so good. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, Grant, you got to give the Bucks credit. 9 straight postseason appearances, the longest running streak in the league.
Yeah, but 3 straight first-round exits. I mean, you could tell the boat's taking on water, and tough decisions are required.
Knocks down the long J.
Allen is lights out as a three-point shooter. Love how fast his release is. Staple gun quick.
Here's Kidd. Out to Thompson. Oh, from deep. Here's Howard. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Gotta love that effort for the second chance point.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. And there's a pick. Down low. It's stolen by Howard. The 3 from Banchero. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Payton. 8 points in his last time out. Back to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with a baseline jumper.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Iverson, guarded by Payton. Howard's shot's good. Howard's got his second bucket of the night.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Brand. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Here's Iverson. Shoots over Allen. Iverson can't hit. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Allen finds Payton. Back to Allen. And the Bucks miss again.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
From outside the arc. Iverson can't hit. Bucks trail by 10. Payton passes to Allen. Lays it up and banks it in. Allen's got 5.
Oh, I like the assertiveness and the energy from Allen there. Not letting that interior defense stop him.
Banchero outside. Knocks down the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
It's time to get live. Welcome your 414 crew to the floor.
Milwaukee making a switch here. All right, here now, the league's top rebounders over the past month. Second, Dwight Howard.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Milwaukee with the ball. 11-point game. He shoots it. Payton, no good. Orlando with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run.
He did not want to pick up his second foul this early. Now he's got to be careful.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Kidd. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Orlando again missing. Bucks trail by 11. Here's Ping. Pass to Dantley. And he lays it up and in.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
Kidd to pass to Thompson. To the wing on the left. Here's Kidd. Allen defending. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. There's a screen. Bing, the pass to Allen. Buries it from 3. Allen's got 8 points.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Thompson with a screen. Takes it inside. Kidd with the bucket.
Yeah, doing a nice job snaking inside. I like that move. Terrific at maneuvering, eel-like, all the way to the rim.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Guys, back to you.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Kidd. He's got 5. Thompson passes to Kidd. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for him.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And here's Milwaukee now, trailing by 10. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Orlando on D. On the take.
And just refusing to give up second chance points. Excellent defensive rebound.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Here's Lynn. Orlando moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Martin. And it's good for 2. And now it's a 12-point Magic lead.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Danley, defended by Smart. Danley passes to Bing. 2 points. That one goes.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Magic leading by 10. Lynn passes to Smart. Martin outside. To the inside, Noah. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward. You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Here's Lynn. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Orlando Magic up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys. Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
We've got J.J. Redick, and it's Bing in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Lynn passes to Smart. And here's Howard. Pass to Lynn. It's hauled in by Brand. Bucks trail by 6. And here's Redick. Still no points. Count it. Good. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help. They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Pass to Danley. Tries it from 16. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. It's stolen. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Here's Bing. A rebound by Lynn. Magic leading by 6. Down low. Here's Williams. Oh, Zion lowers the boom.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
Right wing. Here's Danley, defended by Smart. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Fifth on the list, the Magic.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Here's Ping. And another miss by Milwaukee. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They held a 12-point lead earlier. This game against Milwaukee here. It's their first meeting of the season.
They'll be looking for payback after grabbing the short straw in the season series last year.
Yeah, and two mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 11. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Brand. They can't stop the run with that one. Orlando has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Here's Kidd. He's covered by Holiday. Iverson can't hit.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Holiday looking for an opening. And that one's good. Brand's got his first points of the night.
Look, if you're going to try to stop Brand inside, you got to bring the physicality and toughness all game because he's a load.
Pass to Howard. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Well, Grant at 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball. He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Magic leading by 16. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
When he attacks the rim like that, Paolo Banchero, there's no stopping.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Over to the wing. Pass to Brand. 6 to shoot. To halt to run. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Howard's got 8 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And stolen by Holiday. Outside Payton from the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Payton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's why Payton's teammates have confidence in him and trust him, because he understands when he should take these quick shots.
And that one good.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Pass to Brand. Over Thompson. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
Well, he certainly hit some turbulence here, trying to get it cranked back up.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Payton, the shot, and the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
I tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league who does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Howard's shot's good. Howard's got 6 here in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Payton, no good on the 3.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
The shot by Kidd, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pass to Willis. Here's Nader.
And Brand, one of those guys that's a nightly double-double threat. Actually a 20-10 guy, an effective scorer, rebounds at a high rate, too.
Milwaukee shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And he makes a first. So Orlando ends up going with a new group. Both shots good from the stripe. And 1:01 left in the first half. Tipped. Holiday against Smart. Good on the shot. Holiday's got his first basket of the night.
Drew is very good in all areas, but he's also got a few tricks up his sleeve. That was a crafty shot by Holiday that time.
Here's Martin. And another miss by Orlando.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good.
Well, I tell you what, a long, intimidating defender who rebounds and blocks shots at a high rate gives you a ton of energy on the defensive end.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Payton. Clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here. Lets it go. The shot by Holiday. No good. And that concludes the first half. Orlando ahead, up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And moving on to some mid-season analysis, let's check out the latest power rankings.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, they do not look good.
They seem to be going from bad to worse.
That's right.
And it's no surprise to see them fall down the rankings as they have. They just don't scare anyone right now.
Nope.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Thompson out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Dwight Howard. And it's Kidd in at the one.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
All right, time for an injury report.
The head athletic trainer for the Bucks provided some info for us. The knee did bend backwards, and he confirmed it was hyperextended. Doesn't appear to be any significant ligament damage at this time. It's not enough to keep this game out of action, though. He's making a go of it. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy to maintain an NBA body. It takes tremendous dedication and work, and that's why every team has an expert training staff. They're always available and always doing yeoman's work and helping these guys be ready to perform.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. Bucks trail by 16. Now Payton. He's got 5. Pass to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. Second chance effort. The 3. Allen drills it from deep. Allen's got 11 points.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Here's Iverson, guarded by Payton. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And the mid-range game of Iverson is quite steady. Has a rapid-fire release, and even at his size, it's hard to get to his shot.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. You look at the Magic, when it comes to playoff seedings, they're in a dubious position right now. 9th place in the conference. And of course, Milwaukee, right now they're tied with them.
And looking at Orlando, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that path.
Here's Camby. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Thompson outside. Pass to Iverson. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Payton. From downtown. He can't hit that time.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, some have complained that too many teams play alike, but there's a reason they say it's a copycat league. Magic coach Jamal Mosley said the game is always going to change. There's going to be ebbs and flows. It's cyclical. You have to go with the flow. Back to you guys.
Winning sets the blueprint. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Here's Allen. The Magic making their last shot. Up and in on the layup. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, I love Ray Allen's movement. He's been outstanding, getting quality shots tonight.
Baseline jumper. The rebound by the Bucks. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Payton passes to Allen. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Orlando leading by 12. Pass to Iverson. Now Banchero. He's covered by Holiday. From 9 feet, Banchero uses his size down there.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Payton passes to Allen. They double team Allen. Here's Payton. And it's off from 3-point range. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Kidd, the pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Banchero is such a mobile big guy with tremendous skill. He's good at finding scoring opportunities off these screen and roll sets.
Now here's Payton. Give him 8 points now. Drains the triple. Allen's got 16 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which team scored the most points off turnovers this past month. 4th, the Magic.
These guys have been showing great anticipation defensively, and then they've been converting mistakes into points at the other end.
Orlando leading by 13. Here's Lynn. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Lynn's got 6.
And Lynn's jumper is money. Got to throw him off balance if you're the defense. When you don't, he cashes in.
There's a screen. With the step back to the inside. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's Lynn. He has 6. Pass to Williamson. And rejected. The 3, Allen. Orlando with the rebound. Noah's got 4 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's Martin, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson.
10th in points off turnovers, and in terms of fewest turnovers per game, not good. Finishing top 20 in the league. Just far too reckless and impatient with the rock and coughing it up more than they should be.
And you mentioned all those points off turnovers they produced. The defensive effort we've seen from them has been pretty impressive, and those points are proof that the effort is paying off. Magic leading by 15. Martin outside. Here's the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Cammy's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Allen, the pass to Payton. Pulls it. Smart grabs a miss.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Pass to Lynn. Back to Martin. Here's Lynn. Williamson with a screen on Payton. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Brand. Brand's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Allen against Martin. Back to Payton. Puts up a deep 3. Noah grabs the board. Noah's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Payton. Give him 8 points now. Can't cash in the 10-footer.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Martin misses. Bucks trail by 17. Payton passes to Allen. Back to Payton. Out to the right wing. Here's Brand. And that's not going to go. And so it's Orlando looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More 2K action in just a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Drew Holiday, and it's Payton in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Payton. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
The three from Banchero. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist of the night.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Danley. To the middle. Here's Nader. Hits the close-range jumper.
Because he picks good shots to take, Nader shoots a high percentage.
Pass to Iverson. On the wing, Thompson. From deep, Banchero. And another three for Orlando.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land. Giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
The drive by Holiday. It's good.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Thompson to the wing, right side. Kidd, the pass to Howard. And the layup is good off the glass.
You know, showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, it feels like nobody can stop him. And he's right.
Here's Danley, defended by Thompson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot. There's never any question about how hungry Adrian Dantley is for his next shot. He's constantly looking for opportunities to score the ball for his team.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for Orlando. They grab their own miss. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one.
First team foul.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Raddick's checked in.
Dwight Howard. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Howard. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Holiday knows how to open things up out there. A high-quality facilitator.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Kidd. Fires the three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Holiday passes to Payton. Oh, rejected by Howard.
Nice timing by the big fella Howard. Outstanding being able to get that rejection.
Here's Banchero. Orlando again missing. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Payton passes to Camby. Here's Nader. Banked it in off the glass.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Howard with the ball. Here's Kidd. Out to Thompson. Clock at 4. Here's Banchero. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Camby's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bucks trail by 20. Outside Payton. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays. They've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
Orlando with the ball. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. This one for 3. Buries it from outside.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Magic leading by 17. Thompson outside. Here's Kidd. Allen defending. And the shot goes.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 8 in this 4th quarter. Knocks it loose. The fadeaway. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Outside Payton. The 3 ball. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. It's blocked. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still.
Orlando ball.
Here's Howard. 1:44 left in the game. Here's Kidd. The shot no good. Great D that time from Allen. Bucks trail by 19. Here's the pick. Payton passes to Allen. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. And Clark with the landmark decisions opening the door to NIL revenue for athletes in college and even in high school. It's the wild, wild west for amateur basketball.
There's no question the landscape is chaotic, dizzying even. But they deserve a slice of that pie, and this is a long time coming. Kids have an opportunity to leverage their talent to get paid right now. And in some cases, begin the process of creating generational wealth before they even become of age to vote. That's a pretty powerful combination.
Teams changing it up here.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Magic.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year. And he drops the first. And Clark, for decades now, we've seen the Western Conference have the upper hand. Any reason you can fathom?
Not really, other than the tide shifts on occasion based on who the players are on teams in each conference. Maybe some of that frontier spirit coursing through, although I don't quite believe that as a major factor. One thing you see in the West, though, a lot of smaller market teams, and historically they've done a good job of how they run those clubs. Boy, Ray Allen's accuracy just off the charts. I mean, you think about the time and effort and energy he put into being that good a shooter. Boy, it really speaks to his dedication.
And he makes all three. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Lynn. On the wing, Smart. Here's Lynn. Puts up the tray. Allen rips down the board. .58 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Sigma. Ooh, it misses. Here's Lynn. He takes it in. Williamson. Ooh, he leaves no question.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Joakim Noah. Fourth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Jack Sigma. Shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Here's Sigma. Oh, he misses the layup. Here's Bing. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Dwight Howard.